Hello everyone, it's Ink here, and we're playing Sacrifice of Angel 2. Now, I had an idea, after the events of the last big marathon session, where I was playing as the Cardassians, and I was like, you know what, let's do exactly the same map, with exactly the same setup, Dominion versus Klingons, but let's do it in Sacrifice of Angels, so you guys can see a little of how these guys work. So let's go ahead and do that. Right off the bat, you can see something a little different.
Of course.
Yeah, I only have room for one ship. The Dominion starting capital ship, the Leviathan, is kind of terrifying. Just look at those stats. 3,500 hull, 12,000 shields, right to begin with, and 5 fighter bays, and 310 polaron beam damage. Just as a beginning. This ship takes up 85 supply. It is a monster of a capital ship. And indeed, there are bigger ones. The Enslaver is the Jemadar Dreadnought. You've got the Devastator, which is the Jemadar battleship. Then you've got the Devastator's equivalent to the Mantis in Sacrifice of Angels is the basic battlecruiser. You've got the Harbinger, which is a lighter ship vessel. And we have the Keldon here. But yeah, we're going to need to get some research going ASAP. Because this is a small map rather than a tiny one. Which means we've got a lot of work to do, and we're going to need to do some catching up. So, right from the start, what I want to do is grab some logistics boosts. Because, yeah, look, 9. That's all we have space for. We've got 2 scouts and a Leviathan, and that's it. So, we need to get some space going. Now, here's the funny thing. The basic ship for the Dominion is the Galore class. Yeah, you know, that mid-range, high damage, pretty terrifying cruiser for Star Trek Armada 3. Yeah, that's the basic frigate here. Not that it's weak by any standard. It takes up a lot of supply, but it's pretty cheap and has a lot of damage. It's a really nice ship overall. And it also has the Spiral Wave Disruptor's ability, which gives it a nice little damage booster. But that's not what we want to do. What I want to do is to immediately grab a second Leviathan. We're going to have to juggle our resources around a little to make that happen, because it requires a lot of crystal. Okay, so we need 555. Alright, so we need another 500 odd credits, but that'll get us our second Leviathan. Okay, so we've successfully taken our Class D over there. We've got a space chunk over here, which we can't do anything with, but let's go ahead and go to Solossus 3, and we can claim that pretty easily. We have our Penthe over here, which is a Class D asteroid, which will give us a few more asteroids. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send my second Leviathan over there. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens at that point. So, first things first, I guess. This is flat out Dominion. There are Cardassian ships, but they just provide the meat shield, if you will. The Dominion in Sacrifice of Angels has a very interesting setup where they are really, really dependent upon their capital ships. I believe. Excellent. So we're waiting on our logistics to come through, but once that's done, we're going to be loaded up and good to go. So let's get our extractors going. They're really dependent upon their capital ships, because the Cardassian ships have a nasty habit of going rogue on you. I've never actually seen this happen personally, but I know that it can happen. The Jemadar ships are kind of weak and terrible unless they have the really powerful capital ship auras going on them. And then you have the Breen, which are capable of running around on their own and being perfectly useful, but they don't really get the benefits of being led by capital ships. So they're kind of mid-range, but they're never going to reach the same heights. Alrighty. And excellent. So I've got civilian infrastructure coming up there. And Leviathan is on the move. Yeah, the Leviathan class is it's not particularly quick. So in a way, the whole deal about the Dominion in this game is that they are kind of slow to expand. You have these utterly brutal starting capital ships. You have a military which is potentially incredible, but requires a lot of tinkering to get the most out of it. And then you have the most terrifying defenses in the game. The Dominion slowly expands, it claims places, and then people don't get them back again. Is the way that it is designed to work. So let's see. 101 seconds. So got about another minute on that one. Excuse me while my chair creaks. So what do we need to do? We are under attack. Cool. Now the interesting thing about the Leviathan class is like 5 fighters right at the start. That's kind of terrifying. It is and it isn't. Because the Hoarder class fighters are actually kind of awful. They don't do much damage, and they are a little squishy. However, they have 2 important things on their side. The first is that they regenerate really quickly. The rebuild time on them is almost nothing, antimatter notwithstanding. And the other is the Jem'Hadar Fighter's aura. Oh, lovely, we have our second Leviathan, so let's go ahead and send that over to Rarpenthe. And what we need to do now is we actually need to look at getting some research down here going. So, quadrant bred alphas. Let's get some basic upgrades here. Let's see, we can get planetary shields, we can get hangar defenses. I'm going to leave those for now because I'm not super worried about those. Over here, we don't need that. Don't really need any of these. I'm going to grab advanced architecture just for the little extra boost of population on our capital. But yes, the Jem'Hadar Fighter's ability. What this does is, you can see that normally it takes a little time to get fighter squadrons up to full strength, but that there's 2 in there, 2 in each squadron, and it just went boom boom, done. But here we go. But the Jem'Hadar Fighter's ability basically means that when a fighter takes damage, then it will supercharge and ram someone. Because they don't have enough health to really survive more than a couple of hits. So you hit them once, and they will supercharge, do 2000% of their normal damage, and nuke someone. And then it'll get rebuilt almost instantly. Because that's how it rolls. Which is a really interesting mechanic. Okay, so we do need to get some weapon platforms up immediately, because this is Sacrifice of Angels, and things like to jump out at you in this mod. Let's go ahead and out some other weapon platforms. I want to make sure they overlap slightly. There we go. Okay, and I think if we get one more over here, then that will cover us nicely. Lovely. Our Leviathan is on the way. Cool. So once we've got that, then we will be in a good spot. Oh boy. Planetary insurgency, reduction to health, reduction to tax income, reduction to trade income, extraction rate, build cost. That's a terrible world. That's god awful. Wow. Okay then. And we don't have any additional development levels. I'm not even sure I want this one. Can I give it back? Wow. Just so much wow. Alright, well, I guess we'll deal with it. So the Klingons are actually leading us in expansion. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Move out. So this is an interesting matchup, Dominion versus Klingons in Sacrifice of Angels, because the Dominion are kind of a slow grinder with some really excellent defenses once they've got a little bit of technological investment. The Klingons hit like a truck, but they have difficulty in maintaining their in keeping going, essentially. There we go. Alright. Because they don't have much in the way of logistical support. They have trouble keeping their ships repaired on the front line, so the actual description on the Sacrifice of Angels website talks about Klingons being fully capable of winning a fight, but not actually being able to make any material gains. It looks like we might lose this colony, which is kind of annoying. Oh well, we'll live. Okay, and we're going to need some more research to get that happening. So, Hand of the Founders. But yeah, here's another thing about the Dominion. This is your trade station. Yeah, the Nora-type station is considered a trading station here, as opposed to the Starbase, which it is in Star Trek Armada 3. But here's the important part. 8 logistic slots, 2,000 credits, 350 titanium, and 300 metal. That's pretty expensive for a trading station, except for the fact that it is also an actively armed battle station, which not only deals a fair amount of damage to ships around it, in a really interesting way, actually. It does it through abilities rather than through actual weapon systems, which I believe means that it's irreducible and can't be evaded, so that's kind of scary in its own right. But it also acts as a repair platform, which regenerates shields of ships around it. Shields and antimatter, I believe, so you combine that with shipyards, which repair hull, and the usual set of Dominion defense platforms, and you can see how the Dominion can be really hard to claw out of position once they have it. Alright. Almost got those Talarians. Now, let's see. Brain colonizers, lovely. Yes, that's still running 1.7 per second, which is kind of frustrating, but what can you do? Okay, so you need to recolonize Repente. And then you can head over to there. Command Syndicate raid imminent. I don't care. Dominion defenses. Why are Dominion defenses so effective? Let's take a look. This is the basic orbital weapons platform. It has 1000 health, 200 shields, and both spiral wave disruptors and plasma torpedoes. Whoop-de-doo. Well, I said you need to do a little research on them. Specifically, you need this, power distribution networking, because these are based upon the defenses which were shown in Deep Space Nine during the Battle of Chintoka, which have a separate power generator. And that's exactly what happens here. You need to research the separate power generator, and then you drop 2 of them in an area alongside the weapon platforms. Good. Colonizing that for Omicron, lovely. We're still behind in colonization. I'm not entirely sure how, but hopefully we can make some ground. Get another of those, lovely. And those will turn something which you can see is actually losing to these monkey raiders. I mean, we're gonna beat them off. It's not that big a deal. To something that can easily take on the toughest Federation cruiser, single-handed. But we need those 3 military facilities in order to unlock it. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's slowly going down. There's not much to be done about that. Okay.
Colonization was successful.
And we have something new colonized. That's still not enough. Okay, wow.
Station complete.
Keep moving, I guess. Okay, civilian infrastructure. Okay, we're doing with, like, everything. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. This may turn into a brutal slog in the end.
Station complete.
But we'll see. The Dominion is not much good at rushing. Because although these big Leviathans look scary, they have weaknesses, they have problems. Probably the most obvious one being that their shield regeneration is kind of slow. So you can definitely use them to brutalize stuff, and they're pretty good for this early colonization effort. But after that, you start running into issues. This one is sitting on a little over half shields, and it hasn't really been in a fight for a while. Okay, so this guy is on the move. The other thing being that they're slow. They're taking their sweet time. Hello. We have some pirates to kill. And that weapon platform did actually survive, so that's cool. Now let's see. We need 2 military platforms just to get our repair options available. No, we don't want Fist of the Founders. So let's take a quick look over here. We need 3 in order to get Karama Merchants. The Dominion do not actually get a... Let's see, before I tell you something incorrect. No, they do not in fact get a in-class toxic terraforming. Boy. Alright. The Dominion do not get refineries. Some races, this was a mechanic in Sins as well, where I believe it applied to the Advent, I think it was the Advent, where you can take trade stations and basically flip modes on them, so that instead they will boost the resource output of all the extractors in the system. In the gravity well, I should say. So it's a rather different prospect, which has its upsides and has its downsides. Generally, what it comes down to. Alright, so what do we want to do? We're going to need to get a couple of grammels in order to claim the asteroids here. And we do want to look at getting some galores eventually, but for now I'm not super worried. Okay, so we've got the Scythe, which is a bombardment ship. We can also unlock the Insidious, which is our basic Jemadar vessel, which I believe is the anti-fighter one. Let's go ahead and grab refit operations, which leads to the Kemal, which I believe has some repair options itself. But for the moment I just want to focus on getting some basic stuff going. Alrighty. So like you have to pay a little more attention with the slots. For let's see, how high is this guy? That goes all the way up to 16. Okay. You have to be a little more careful with the slots if you want to get a good trade network going with the domain, because the training stations do take up twice as much. Okay, we need another rank of civilian infrastructure, and we're going to sell some dilithium in order to get another military lab. Yeah, you can see that even though we're just up against basic pirates, the Rayek here has almost lost its shields. So we just need to kill this interceptor. Lovely. Oh no, there's a marauder there as well. Which has actually given us a rank, so we're going to grab Jemadar fighters quickly. Which should help a lot. Yep, and this one has almost lost its shields as well, but again, we have just about killed that one. So what are we going to do? This is a toxic world, which is going to take a while to get access to, so let's see, toxic plants is all the way here at tier 6, that's not going to happen anytime soon. We do have our triple military stations, so we're going to go for power distribution network ASAP. Yeah, I know. Calm down. Okay. Solossus, we're going to grab you another hand, and again, sell some dilithium, because we've got a fair amount of it. We've got 3.4, 1.8, and 13.5. It's not too bad, I guess. You're just awful. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it looks like you really have to get quite high up in order to counteract the small underdevelopment penalty which you get on the Class Ds. Is there anything I can do about that, actually? I believe... Yeah, here we go, improved domes. High populations on K class and D class. But I'm going to hold off on that because I do want to get my trade stations up and running ASAP again. Okay, we're going to send our Leviathan through there and send our 2 grammels through as well to claim those 2 asteroids. And we're going to just leave our other ship just here to murder these guys. And then then what do we want to do? Okay, so we've got an M-class orbiting a J-class giant down here. That's going to be a nice one. It's possibly worth uniting our two capital ships for, because neither of them are looking at their best. And we have culture stuff there. Get a mitigation bonus in culture, mitigation. And we have spy satellites. Not entirely sure what those are about. I guess we'll find out. Refinery complex. I'm not. It may be that the NOR-type stations actually count double, so you don't actually have to flip them over into the forge mode, if you will. Oh, hello. Klingons just arrived. Okay, so Jem'Hadar Fighters is now online. And yeah, these guys are rapiding. That does make me a little worried. It means we're starting to rub up against Klingon territory. I'm going to pull back to Alpha Omicron here. Almost killed those. Sure. Let's see. Okay, we have Will of the Founders available over there. We want to really get things going here. Make this a decent initial hold-off. So we're going to get 1 and 2, and we're going to get our third orbital weapon platform, and that'll be it. That will put Coral 2 in a good place to hold off. Okay, this one over here, the rig, I want to send down to Largo 5. Yeah, we've got a number of Katingers here doing their thing. But the Mathras has taken a little too much damage, and I don't really have any way of regenerating its shields at the moment, so... Well, I will shortly, as soon as I have my stations available. Excuse me, goodness. Okay, so we are going to need to grab a logistics upgrade. And there's a priority, we're going to... Oh boy. All the juggling. Okay, okay, that should make it work. So yeah, we're going to need to get a starbase down here in order to link up our trade network. But for the moment, we can go ahead and get a NOR station right here. And we'll also want to get another upgrade at some point, which will grant us a shipyard, which we can use to build reinforcements and also provide hull repair. So we'll have everything set up nicely. Yeah, we're really having metal issues. Good. Our Leviathan is on the way. Let's move our gravels up. Let's not move them through there. Let's just move them the long way around, all the way up to there. Yeah, then we've got 5 Talarian observers and 10 Talarian warships, which is kind of a thing. So how are we looking?
We're under fire.
Not great. We're going to need to do some work in order to hold this position. But I have faith. I have faith we can make this work. So we're going to need double wills.
Station complete. Station complete.
Actually, no. No, we need to prioritize. Yeah, I know you've lost your shields. You need to calm down. You don't want to colonize that yet, because there's still a Ferengi villager here. We need to kill stuff before you go and colonize things, dumbass. So yeah, we are having a slight issue with Jem'Hadar fighters, which is that not many things seem to be actually able to shoot these guys. But, oh. Well, that got shot at. Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't actually know how effective Jem'Hadar fighters is. I think the main thing is it's not a guarantee. It's a proc chance as opposed to something which is always going to happen. So you just need to be a little careful about relying on that. But it is a nice source of spike damage. It's basically what it comes down to. Okay, so pillager's going down. Lovely. And here we go, resupply. 15 shields and 1 antimatter restored per second as a passive. It can only affect 2 targets at a time. But here we go, battle station. Damage 600. Maximum target 6 in radius around here. So, this is kind of a scary station, it has to be said. And we have our Karama traders. Karama, I'm sorry. Okay, so speaking of traders, yep, you have killed the thing, so you need to colonize that. Oh yeah, what we were going to do before we got distracted with creating stuff is we're going to get improved domes, because we've got a lot of asteroids at this point actually. And this is a K class, so we're going to get a lot of mileage out of those population boosts. Alrighty. So first thing is we're going to grab that, and then we're actually going to need to get a logistics upgrade right off the bat. Sell some stuff, buy some stuff. Yeah, just the eternal battle. Alright, we're all one with the Dominion, apparently. Thank you for telling me, Mr. Forger. Okay, here we go. Nord Type Station. Drop it down. Because the hull repair on these guys isn't terrible. They can make that happen. But, oh, hello. Marquee Raiders are here. They've got a bit of a surprise for them. Have a look at them now. From each of these, we are getting 1,250 shields, 20 shields restored per second, a 500% weapon cooldown boost, which is only 100% for energy weapons, and a 20% weapon range boost. Along with its own boosts to shields and shields restored. Which means, in total, these orbital weapon platforms have had their damage output and their defensive capabilities shot through the roof. Those Marquis just died in seconds, and this hasn't even been scratched. Yeah. That's the Dominion defenses for you. Okay, our Nord Type Station is coming up there. And we have our Grammels have arrived in position, and we'll start getting these asteroids down pretty quickly. Alright, so what do we need to do? We need to get a logistics upgrade here, we need to get a logistics upgrade there, we need to get all the upgrades basically. We're doing pretty well. 2 2.3 per second off one of those. The NOR-type stations are really effective, and this will help bolster up our income, particularly given that I believe we are falling behind a bit. So, we were talking earlier about having a shipyard, so we're going to go ahead and build a shipyard here for hull repairs. Yep, 4.4, and it's only going to keep going up. Alright, and we have our city population boosts are being worked upon. This one has a modifier which boosts its maximum population, which is cool. But as soon as this research is done, there we go. Total population of 45. And it's 30 for these guys, and it's gone up to 52 for this one, which is important because it's going to help counteract that insane penalty which it's taking, which makes me really unhappy. Oh well, we'll live. Okay, so we have a bunch of ships which we're only going to need to kill here, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, actually what makes more sense is to queue them up back here. So we've got 6 galores coming up, which we're going to just read through down here. Now these guys are pretty cheap for their effectiveness, but they do take up a lot of supply, so you need to be a little bit careful about that. Lovely. Yeah, so we've got 2 things done, and we're going to have another one done shortly. Okay, so priorities. We have a galore getting up here. Actually, we only have one shipyard here, so but this one's actually almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel some of those and start building them over here instead. Okay, how's this looking? He's looking pretty healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and send him off here. Just because I want to get an idea of what they're doing. I suspect this will be a Klingon planet, but I guess we will find out. Overall, we're kind of being trashed in all categories, but I'm still not super worried. I'm still reasonably certain we can make this work. And you can see our income is beginning to go places. So let's go ahead and get our double wills. Gonna get a tactical capacity upgrade, and then we want to grab some defensive platforms. And we're just going to triple up on them here. In the long term, we're going to want to get a bit of a ring going, or at least alternatively some kind of defenses to ward off people who try and come in and just snipe. Planet snipe. But for the moment, I think we're okay. Okay, so galore is on the way. So let's take a quick look at our galores.
Standing by.
Pretty. But yeah, here we go. Disloyalty. Cardassians don't like being meat shields. I'm not sure of the exact mechanics for this, but it basically means that they will sometimes go rogue on you if you don't have some kind of capital support for them. And here we go, Spiral Wave Disruptor. 20-second cooldown time, it does not use antimatter, this is important, and 150 damage. So these guys are pretty mean overall. You really shouldn't underestimate them. And those are going to be important for getting a bit of a boost going. Alright, so I'm not super worried about defenses here right now. We almost have... Yeah, so we've got both of our other galores coming through here, so we're going to be in a position to run down to Gemulon 5 and take that over. And we have room for a Hideki, so let's go ahead and build that. Okay, our economy is looking pretty healthy, so what can we build? Let's go ahead and grab the logistics boost over here. Let's see. Nord-type station is more expensive. Oh yeah, because this is an oval planet. I almost forgot. Alright, here we go. Drop that down there. One more type station.
Station complete.
Lovely. So Hideki needs to go off and explore. And then
I am a Gemini.
Fleet United. Head down to Gemini 5. And we're going to find out that it's been claimed by Klingons. Because that's how this works. Oh boy, hello. Yep, here we go. They have a Chroniclos carrier, a Feckler, a Vodley, and a Burrell. That's not actually something which I'm super worried about. That is a fleet which I can take on, but that does almost guarantee that this world's been taken over. So I'm just not even going to try. It's better to pull back. Yeah, they have.
Station complete.
And they've actually taken this planet, so we know that they have a significant tech lead on us, which isn't really a super surprise. That's kind of how the AI does, how the AI do,
Station complete.
but it's still kind of annoying. Okay, so logistics upgrade here, which will get us up to 24, which will be another Nord type station. How are we doing? We only have 2 Nords currently doing things. I've got a third one building down here. Got a couple of Grammels down there. And a fleet's on the move. Up here, we are going to need to get some upgrades. I'm gonna grab. Wait a minute. Before I do that, just check for anything.
We're under fire.
No. Okay, so we're gonna need infiltrators. And we're gonna grab emergency facilities. And I'm gonna grab the last rank civilian infrastructure. Just buff that up a little bit. So they're building stuff, and they've got a hangar defense and a trade station, and all the things are coming up. So we've got a rough fight ahead of us, but I think we can make this work. That's something that I say quite a lot. Please let me know if that bugs you. It kind of bugs me. I guess you pick up certain mannerisms, and that's just how it goes. Alrighty. How are we doing? Okay, so we've got our third trading station all good to go. Go ahead and grab the Calvus design, so we can drop a starbase here in Eulidia. That is, of course, a slightly low priority. We've got other things which we're going to have to deal with first. But, yeah, I'll take it. We're also going to want to start investing in our culture, just so we can start that spreading. All the things. Alright, let's go ahead and get that researching. Means we're going to need a logistics upgrade and a required resources. Okay, so orbital transporter array. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell some stuff. And drop it back here, because why not? give us some initial culture to work with, and hopefully start pushing them out of here. If we can start the culture war early, then that'll help a bit. And you can see that we're actually starting to kick their ass on our economy now, so that's good. Alright, Gemulon is a diseased planet. We're just getting all the fun stuff, aren't we? Why? Why? Okay. Okay. Let's see. So we lost a Galore. Not super worried. I'm just going to tell that to start moving forwards. Get an upgrade. Build mines. Okay, where's the corrosive research? Corrosive research is actually right here, so we could in fact do that without too much trouble. It has a single Decora. Alright, yeah, better the W now. So, let's grab a Hideki. Let's actually grab a few Hidekis. Ocurators have shown up. Yeah, they're going for me. But if they're going this way, then that means that they are going for Alpha Omicron 7, which is a mistake. But it does mean that I should grab a tactical buff and look at finishing up my ring of defensive platforms. Let me just double check something. Yeah, no, that is a gravity worldwide boost, so I don't need to worry about having them lined up.
Enemy ships detected.
Hello, Monkey Raiders. You're gonna have to come next to our North station here. That's gonna be terrible for you. Let's just watch this in action a little bit, because I'm curious. These guys are now officially in range. Okay, so you can hear the distinctive sound of torpedo fire, and they have all lost shields. Most of them are dying. Yeah.
We are prepared.
These things are... and they're all dead. Effective, no?
We're under fire.
Alright, so we have a Decora to kill. Parts have arrived here. And... yep, they are being murdered. Lovely. Now, of course, the funny thing is that with the parts going through here is that we're going to run straight into the Klingon fleet, and they may not even get this far.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, a few of them did.
This had better be over soon.
Did they take any damage? Doesn't look like they did. Not a big deal. By the way, in case you're wondering, no, these don't stack more than twice. There we go. 3 more stations just to cover up this side. We've got most of our defences focused on the front here, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. That is the angle that we're expecting most of our attacks from. Okay, Decora is down to half shields. We'll also take a bit of damage, but not super worried.
Station complete.
Alright, so things we can do, things we need to do. Do need to work on our economy a bit more, so let's grab a civvy station. And let's grab refinery complex. That's more important, actually. Let's go for the refinery complex. That is going to be the cheaper and quicker option for getting a boost on our stuff, assuming that it works the way I think it does. If we have to switch it over, then that's going to be a thing and kind of a waste of resources.
Station complete.
Let's see, Hideki is going to go down there. Good, good. Oh yeah, we do actually need our corrosive atmosphere research done. We're going to want these researches at some point, but for the moment, let's work on getting stuff done over here. So you'll notice that there are 3 different weapon tracks, and all of them only apply to one faction. So this one is Dominion ships, this one is Brain ships, and this one is Cardassian ships. And that's it. It doesn't go any more complicated than that. Alrighty, so we've got Barcus, which is tough. We've got Kamals. What do I want to do? I'm going to grab the second rank of... Actually, no, let's grab the Insidious. Let's start working on our Gemini fleet.
Station complete.
Let's see, how's that doing? Corrosive atmosphere is almost done. Cool. So let's move that. Move that forward into position. Okay, we've got Talar 2. Ooh, lovely. We have Sector 101.5, M-class planet, which has
We're under fire.
sonar. 2 battleships and a command ship. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Alright, yep, we can work with that. They have a D10, 3 D7s, and there's a pirate down there, so, okay. Anytime you're ready. Lovely. Colonized. Got that going.
Not enough left.
Alright. And we're going to move our fleet straight down here. Because we want to say, hey, we don't like you, and we want this particular place. We found the Klingon front line in one place. Oh yeah, and they've got their culture starting to move as well. So it's a good thing we started on us, because otherwise we might be in a little bit of trouble now. Alright, so we do have some logistics slots, so let's grab a shipyard here. This is going to be a front line. I thought this was going to be front line, it didn't turn out to be, but it's useful to have fallback positions, let's go with that. Solosis 3 is still just kind of a jerk. 19 per second, 5.6, 4.6. Okay, this was a question... Okay, refinery complex. We still don't actually have this research because, for some reason...
This had better be over soon.
For some reason we don't have... Oh, there it is, that's what it was. We're building one down here, that's now done.
Station complete.
That's starting to queue through. Lovely. Okay, we want to cap that out. Let's grab an emergency facilities just to be on the safe side. And then we're going to want to drop some defensive turrets. Okay. Drop our Wills of the Founder down there next to the Nortype station, so that will have defended. We've got weapons platforms, current things up there. So it's not completely immune to bombardment at this point. We are eventually going to want to grab shield generator tech. But let's see. We have people to kill. These Klingons are all kinds of battered. Oh, lovely, we're having forced loyalty. So a small boost to hit chance, turn rate, and weapon cooldown. So,
Colonization was Successful.
I believe that will
It's an honor to be so
prevent the Cardassian ships from rebelling on me. But I guess we will see. Does this have any fancy things? Yes, it's actually a good planet. I wasn't aware those were allowed. I thought that wasn't a thing. Okay, we need to get our North Station up immediately.
Station complete.
And lovely, we can actually get that going even before the logistics upgrade is done, so.
It's an honor to be so to your presence. Yes, it better be over soon.
Let's see. The fun thing is that they actually have an anti-fighter ship here, so that may actually count against them with the Jem'Hadar fighters upgrade we have. It's a little hard to track exactly what these things are doing, but I'll take it. Okay, yeah, you can see that this Cardassian ship here over here just flat out betrayed us, so that makes me sad. Construction shuttle. Okay, yeah, all processors. That is the thing, it is just passively active. That is good to know. And that is now under construction, so we have lost some of our galores. One of them has actually just flat out gone renegade.
Shield failing. We've taken hull damage.
But yeah, you can see that for all the... no matter how big and scary this thing looks, it's not actually doing too well, all good things considered. But they're rapiding. Let's go ahead and kill this traitor. Oh good, you decloaked. More for you. Kill that as well. North Station is done, lovely. Okay, let's get our tactical capacity upgrade, and grab emergency facilities. We'll let the founders. Doop. Doop.
Enemy ships
Dude.
detected.
There we go. And we can in fact get even more if we want. Talar 2. This is Talar 2. So yes, hello, we have found our front line. Let's grab a logistics upgrade, because I want to get an orbital transporter array for culture boosts.
Get me a targeting solution.
Okay,
We don't know why.
we need to pull our Leviathan back, because it keeps trying to run and do stuff, which is dumb. Oh wow, okay, yeah, that's taking damage. We're gonna need to get a shipyard up pronto.
Not enough left.
I don't think it's gonna die. We have our shield restoration aura coming up now, which is gonna make it that much harder to kill, and we also have Tarek Nor slowly killing stuff. They do have a cavort, which is
Yes, it
much more
better be over
formidable.
soon.
Not that that's helping a huge amount. Yep, this carrier is definitely taking punishment.
Enemy ships detected.
Founder. It's an honor to be so to your presence.
Where are my other builders?
We don't know why.
Yeah, we may still lose this. Compared to Calaris 3.
Station complete.
Of course you did.
Shields failing. We've taken hull damage.
Fortunately, it's not the end of the world. Okay, yeah, the Rook
Of course.
is gonna live, just... Maybe coming in for another pass, but hopefully... Okay, that cloaked up. Alright, that's annoying. If I'm not entirely convinced we need more than one, so it's a thing. We're going to need some more military research if we're going to make things work here, though. We have one of our wills active. The other one is under construction. But that's still a hefty amount of firepower which this thing has, which is more than enough to kill those Marquis. Alright, things we can do. Alright, well, oh, it cloaked temporarily. You fool. You really don't want to be decloaking. Not this close to a station. You're really trying to bombard this place. Wow. You just have no manners. Okay. Let's see, what do we want to do? Military shields. Okay. So we have some space here, so we want logistics capacity. We want a North station. We actually have some space here, so we're going to get a military research place.
There's an honor to be summoned to your presence.
I'm going to reroute our Leviathan all the way down here because it seems that this is where most of the action is. I do not know why why this carrier is not dead yet.
Station complete.
Oh, it cloaked. It cloaked again. But it's decloaked again now, and it is dead. Dumbass. I guess they don't consider simple trading stations to be a threat. Silly Klingons. Alright, logistic slots. Oh yeah, that's being upgraded, that's why that looks weird. Alright, we have a scout coming through there. I'm not entirely sure why only one of those is actually colonized, but okay. Okay, so we need the Kamal and we need Keldon design. And we are going to get ourselves a Keldon, which is smaller, does less damage, but it's cheaper, uses less supply, and it has its own set of interesting abilities, which I think will be worth pursuing. Alright, so let's grab some culture boosts. What else do we want to do? Get a little bit of economy. So you can tell from this that it's entirely possible. I'll be making this into a two-part episode as well. And it's entirely possible that we just won't finish this. I don't intend to do these past 2 episodes. Marathons work better when they're shorter, I think. But it'll give you a bit of a feel. It'll let me get a chance to go into some of the more in-game stuff. Lovely. So we just need over here a fabricator. So let's build that. going to get a starbase up and running in Yelidia 2, and that will be the marker, I think, to call a hole. And we're going to need another grammar because we didn't actually get all the asteroids here, which makes me feel dumb.
This had better be over soon.
Logistics slots, hello.
All stations ready.
We need an upgrade there.
Awaiting further orders.
Okay, we need 800 credits.
Full speed ahead.
Begin deployment of Federation Starbase. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I keep saying that this is not a super polished mod. And I believe it's actually no longer being developed, so it's never going to get better than this, but it's enjoyable. What there is enjoyable.
Lead us.
Okay,
Get us moving.
get our grandma heading down there. Lovely. It's actually sitting on 30.6, 5.3 and 4.6. We're looking pretty good. There's a reason why we are in the lead economically, but everything else is looking terrible, so I need to work on that. Alright, so we are going to get some... I'm going to build a couple of Kemals, see what these actually do in practice, but we're probably going to want to load up on our other ships. Probably get some more Galores because these are good ships overall. Hard to argue with, and we're going to want to get some Insidious.
For the Union.
Okay, here we go. We have a Kemal. This has a spiral wave disruptor, and I'm not noticing. Yeah, okay. I thought that this might have some kind of fancy repair capability, but apparently it doesn't, so whatever. It's kind of squishy actually, not much hull. 2000 armor, 24, 2000 shields, 24 armor. Compare that with the Galore. Yeah, this is just flat out better, but it uses up a lot more population. So let's load up on Insidious. Which is not the scariest thing that we have in our arsenal by any means. I'm going to pull back on that a little bit because I want to get the research for the Dominator.
Victory is life. Now we have them.
Here we go.
Get me a targeting solution.
And load up on Dominators because, well, partially they're just iconic, and partially they're effective.
It's an honor to be summoned to your
Lovely, okay. So, we're going to drop the starbase. Where do I want to drop it?
Victory
Let's
is
grab
life.
that there. Oh, hello. Klingons have arrived. But you can see they're having difficulty killing this platform. Yeah, Vorcha moving through there. Yep, we do actually have a shipyard, but we're gonna need to
This had better be over soon.
do some work.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, we're still gonna deploy our fleet down here. I think that is the right call to make. But we still have some defenses to work on.
Victory is life. Research
Gotta
complete.
go ahead and get another tactical upgrade. We need planetary shields. Then I want to get superior and
Increasing
defense
engine
coordination.
output.
Okay, you can see that they did actually manage to break through the shields of this one, but that's not gonna take. It's only gonna take them so far. I'm gonna drop a shield generator here.
Not enough left.
Alright, Alright. Yep, that's only going to help you so much. Alright. So they can break these, but it's costing them. And that's all, the only criteria which I care about. Gonna set up a couple more to build down there. Gonna build another one over here just to help with the overlapping a little bit. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Yeah, unfortunately these do not benefit from the Norse boosts, but Templar fighters, lovely. Gonna go ahead and get those. And then what do we want to do with this? We can in fact get merchant docks, but that's a research. If we can grab and drop that right straight away. Which claims to have both trade income and further construction rate. I'm not sure what that's about. Whether that actually means that it can build stuff as well as research. Some of the tooltips are a little wonky.
We're under fire.
Finish off that one, do me a favor. Lovely. Alright. Shield generator is not done because we don't have the... Oh no, we do have the research now. You should go ahead and boost that up anyway. So that's gonna help with people trying to bombard the planet out from under us. And with the upgrades you can actually get those to attack people who come too close. So, we have our fleet is pretty much assembled here. Let's see, domestic intelligence, spiral wave disruptor, fleet command. Let's go ahead and grab fleet command. All the things.
Acknowledged.
Move out. Syndicate raiders have launched. Of course they have. Alright. And yeah, they're pulling out. They have a handful of D7s and a badly damaged 4 shell. Otherwise, we're doing fine. How are you? Yep, so that is the key Dominion thing. If you want to take their space, they make you pay for it. And meanwhile, we are working on getting a fleet together, which we will then kick some Klingon butt with. I'm excited. I hope you are. So, until next time, folks, stay safe.